Well, a happy first trading day of the week. I was able to be very patient and wait through a lot of chop in order to find and execute my base hit for the day. Again, still copy trading my 20 Apex funded accounts. So all these base hits are multiplied pretty significantly. So, you know, the P&L that you see on the screen, you multiply it by 20. I'm excited because tomorrow is going to be my 10th day of trading these accounts, which means I'll be able to request my first payout on these accounts, which will be $40,000 total, $2,000 per account times 20. So excited for that. If you're interested in joining Apex, you can use code TBM to always get the best discount, 80% off right now. But it will always be the best discount using code TBM. So let's go ahead and dive into the recap from today's live stream, which is always hosted on my main channel, Trades by Matt. So make sure you come hang out during the lives. Oh, good morning. How we doing? Welcome to Monday. Alrighty. This is what the daily chart looks like. Friday we ripped all the way to 18,400. I actually didn't know that. I had gotten off and we were at what, 18,200 or something, and then I came back on at some point. We were at 18,300 and I guess we closed at 400. That's crazy. Nice pushes. Looks like we did sweep it on the overnight session, just barely pulled off it a little bit. We're close to the overnight lows. We'll see if we sweep those. We are also inside yesterday's value area. Yesterday's value area goes down to 180. That's a pretty big move for a value area rotation. I don't know if we'll get all of that. I really don't think we do, to be honest. But we cracked the overnight lows. I mean, that is a absolute target. If it starts to actually get heavy, would be the 180s for yesterday's value area low. News wise on the session, we've got nothing. Fed Harker speaking at 10. Tomorrow we got PMI 345 9. So tomorrow will be a little bit more movement news wise related. Today that's not the case. Close to a VWAP open, or what, 10 points away from a VWAP open, and yesterday's close. So it's kind of geared up to be a little choppy potentially, but we'll see what happens. We got the markets opening right now. Markets are open. We will see what happens, and you know, be patient. That's the name of the game, is be patient. So I would love to see a sweep of the overnight lows and to get a little heavy, but it is challenging to want to be super aggro short because shorts got absolutely trucked on Friday. I was short on Friday. Damn. Can confirm we got trucked. Yeah. Yep. And I believe I said it on Friday's stream, and this is by no means a bash to anybody in here. But shorting highs is the jet fuel to rip us higher. People love to short highs, and it is quite literal jet fuel as seen on Friday. And I said it during Friday's stream, same thing. So it gets sketchy trying to do it, but sometimes it's super heavy. So they do get paid every now and then. We swept the overnight lows. Never quite got up to VWAP. Might be a little heavy. Got 300 psych level here. So far, not terribly choppy yet. You withdrawn your 20 from your 20 PAs yet, or still working for the profit level? Today's day 9. Tomorrow will be day 10. Tomorrow is also the withdrawal last day. So when the dashboard updates tomorrow, I'll be taking a withdrawal. I am at $2,800 of profit across the board on all of these so far. I would love to, hopefully, assuming I can be patient enough and, you know, execute accordingly. Would love to have over $1,000 of wiggle room so I can take out $2,000. But I probably will do it no matter what, because I just want to pay myself. But I'm gonna have to, if I do it at 800, I just have to be very, very picky coming out of that withdrawal. But I would love to try and build a little bit more cushion just for my sanity's sake. But yeah, I mean, it'll be a 40 grand withdrawal, so that'll be nice. All right, holding the 80s, magical 80s. That's an 80. Well, I mean, we barely got in there, but we technically did. 80s trying to push 20s. Today's dad joke, yes. When does it restart? A little wick test. When does a joke become a dad joke? When it becomes apparent. I love that one. Well, the ES is just kind of pumping. ES off the open is just going straight up while the NAS has been kind of heavy. So not super correlated right now. I guess the ES is kind of trying to get a little heavy right now as we speak. I just had to say that it was only pumping, right? But not super correlated yet. So we'll want to keep an eye on that. How many burger chains are there in the States? I don't know, a lot. All right, we swept the lows off of the 80s back to the 300. This 80 to 20 level to me is pretty slidey, and I don't think there's a whole lot of clean movement either way. Delta's not really painting a good picture, and it feels like very slidey both ways. All right, 40 seconds. Just like one tick off the lows. Like Delta's holding up too. It's really weird to me. Look at this. Look at this. Like actually like take a second and just peek at the 5-minute chart. I mean, the 1-minute chart too, for that matter, but like the 5-minute chart with these wicks and how every single candle closes right near the open is just kind of gross. Very aggressive. IB is set. Initial balance is set. First hour of the day has been marked officially. And we've been in a 20 point, maybe you call it 25 point range for 45 minutes. Consolidation leads to expansion too. That's the worst part on this is like, as soon as I get off stream or do something, you know, like it's gonna freaking blow one way or the other. It's like a slinky or a spring, right? You push it together and the tighter you push it, the farther it's gonna pop. I think it's inevitable we pop at some point. Or we just chop for the entire day. Who knows? We chop 25 points the entire day? That would be crazy. But I guess it's possible. I just feel like I'm forcing something if I try and take this trade, which I don't want to do. I don't want to feel that way. It's not a good spot to feel, is to feel like you're forcing a trade. I know someone out there is carving this perfectly, and more power to them. If you're carving this, I mean, the range is fairly defined, so like carving is totally possible. But I have the beautiful curse of whenever I try and participate in the chop like this, it always blows its top or bottom or whatever. It's opposite of whatever I'm trying to do is what it does. Very consistently. So I typically just stay away from movement like this. Look, we're popping out of the range. We're testing VWAP. Delta probably still, yeah, Delta still looks good. So there's the pop to the upside that we've been talking about. The 85 to 20 move at magical 80s to the 20s. It's a 40-point move. It's crazy that that's 40 points. 10 points higher, I think, is an actually interesting spot. It's return of settlement. It's initial balance high. It's opening range high. We're getting through VWAP with kind of aggressive, like a kind of an aggressive push through VWAP. So if we close like this, I mean, it looks probably still primed for uppies. If for some reason we have a push into initial balance high and a ton of selling going on, which is not straight up just not the case, but if we did, it would be interesting for like a rotation back into the range, but just doesn't seem like it. Okay, this is where it gets interesting. Buying VWAP, definitely possible. Buying value area high. So we got this untested wick at 20, which is VWAP, magical 20s. Makes sense for the bounce. Feels pretty aggressive, unfortunately. Underneath that, we've got 15 and value area high at 12. Both of those also make sense. We straight up might not even retest 20. We might just push straight through. But it is possible. It's fairly aggressive though. All right. I am long across the board off of the VWAP. Untested wick area here. This is what I would love to see. Settlement. Friday's point of control. Initial balance high area. That's what I'd like to see. You know, 10 points higher or so, basically. Go pop that prior high. Got close. No love yet on the pop of 30. Delta's trying to do all right. Projected 30. Trying to be a little patient, but not too much. I do think that like the rotation down to 14 makes a lot of sense. What I was talking about when I got into this trade, but I think we could also hold the line here since we cleaned that up a little bit. So just kind of want to, I'm just trying to let it do its thing. Be a little patient with it. Go crack 30, you know. If we can go crack 30, it'll be very tasty. Got some size up here. Candle's closing in 45 seconds. Really chopping VWAP though. New candle. Delta's kind of flat. It's trying. Again, 30 is the line in the sand right now. All right, here comes the test again. Wicks get run. 30's a line, big time. Trying to decide if it's worth holding on to when we might be going back to the overnight lows and value area high, when we also might just be running these wicks straight up for the initial balance retest. I'm gonna hold on to it just because I'm in the money. But I am looking probably to exit soonish. I would love to see us just pop it right now. Obviously. Duh. I would like to see that. Delta's still looking all right. And we got a couple blocks that seem to be magnets above us. Trying. There we go. Still going. I'm just gonna go and take my 200 bucks there. We probably get the fill here, but I don't know, man. It's feeling a little dicey, a little choppy. Overall, I mean, stressful trade purely because we were just kind of chopping around VWAP over and over again. But I was in the money basically the entire time. I think I had this one little wick down that took me, I don't know, $20 to $30 to $40 down. P&L high on the trade probably was like 220. I took 205 right now. We're hanging out at 30. I imagine that we still go higher personally. I think we go clean up all of this liquidity into the 50s. But again, I'm going for base hits. Let me actually make sure that this is all closed out. Good. So that's 205 across 20 accounts. It's $4,000, which is good.